just wanted to give it a warm up before I kind of on camera. Well, it's been an interesting few hours here in the last few days. Lots of things going on. Anyhow, this is what, Thursday, March the 12th or 13th? Probably the 13th, I think. Anyways, I'll put the correction like I always do. Just got back from Perth doing my mom's groceries and stuff. Got all that done. And then I got some done here for the camp. Anyways, okay, a bunch of things. My laptop quit. Turns out that I must have spilled something inside and it shorted something out. I have no idea. Anyways, Alex is fixing it. He's just reinstalling Windows. At the same time that happened, the big PC died. And I managed to get it working again. So in the meantime, I had to dig into this money I was using for the RV. It didn't affect the RV, but I have to build a new computer for editing and all that other stuff. So anyways, parts are starting to come in. I'll show you there. Here's the tower. It's going to be a pretty powerful computer to last for 4 or 5 years as much as I can. I need to have certain things in it. So anyways, it's going to have all SSD drives, and then the USB drives will be the storage drives for the YouTube and all that stuff. So the stuff to ride, like a complete motherboard, all that stuff to build a computer. So anyway, Alex is an expert at building computers, so I'm in good shape there. So there's that going on. And we went to go look at that Yamaha ATV, which I mentioned in one of the videos, junk for what I want to do. And we feel like we've been lied to in that case. So we thought even if he does lower his price to something more reasonable, not interested. Anyways, I won't get into all that. In case he ever watches my channel, it's, he just wanted his deal. We wanted our deal, and it's just not going to come together. But there was a lot more wrong with the bike, and he's no lightweight. He knows what he's doing. Like, he has a big garage, and he knows exactly what was wrong with that bike, but pretended he didn't, and I don't buy it. So anyway, if you ever see this, sorry, man, but, just because I'm an old guy doesn't mean I'm stupid, okay? Get your motor running. I've been around the world just a little bit. Anyways, enough with that. So he'll go his way, I'll go mine. It's a shame because it's a nice bike what he has. Anyways, True was with me on that. He made sure to go over the bike, so because he's a lot smarter about that stuff than I am. So there's that. Well, then Monday night, late. When I say Monday night, the usual 3 o'clock in the morning thing. Somehow, I don't know. I guess I forgot. But I ended up taking 2 doses of my night pills, which include 5 clonidine, 3 of the pregabalin, which is kind of like for some kind of overall pain I have supposedly, and then a pravastatin, which is for cholesterol. I don't know why I'm putting my neck. Cholesterol. And I don't know what happened. I accidentally took it. The next morning I woke up, I was okay. So, no, that was Sunday night. Sorry. So then Monday, we go, so Sunday night's when all that happened. And the computer was on the weekend. So my date, see, these pills have really kind of mucked me up here a little bit. And, so it was Sunday night, I accidentally took them, say early Monday morning. I couldn't sleep after I took them. Usually they knock me right out. That's what they're supposed to do, right? It's for my PTSD, and I don't have those crazy nightmares and stuff. Anyway, so the next day I woke up, not next day, I didn't go to sleep, but what I did is I tried to lay down for an hour, took a nap, I did, and then I woke up, and then me and True went to go pay for the RV. So the new Magic bus, because I'm still not sure if we're going to call it that, because it's an RV, it's not a bus, so I haven't quite rectified that. I talked to Digger about it, and Digger says, one thing, and that's good, and actually Alex agrees with him, and as does Danny from the Highlands. So now, Bow Lake guys, number one, you people have got to know that they bought me like 4 or 5 copies here, and I haven't met Tyson yet. I'm looking forward to that. I'm trying to get a new ATV, not a new, but a new ATV for me, Tyson, so I can have a decent ride over to your place, and it'll be, something better than this old Grizzly. She's just finally given up the ghost. So there's that. But anyway, I wanted to thank those guys up there, the Bow Lake buddies, who we will be filming up there with, and hopefully they'll be coming here, and we'll see what's shaking with those guys once spring officially arrives here. And we're on our way, but not quite there yet. So there's that, and what else? So yeah, okay, so back to the pill story. So we went and got the RV, got it all situated. I got the ownership, paid Millie and Radar, made 2 new really good friends out of that. Very, very happy. I'll be hanging out with them. They're in their late 70s, and they haven't got a whole lot of people going over. And I'm not doing that because I feel sorry. I truly enjoy, Radar, or Ray is his real name, but I mean, just sit and talk to him because he's an old trucker like me. It's just like, oh, I feel like I'm almost at work again, kind of thing. And I do miss driving the big toys. For me, they were like Tonka toys. They weren't like, and I forgot that somewhere along the line. Anyways, so these pills, we go there, we take care of it. So I says to True, I said, let's go grab ourselves a couple of Whoppers and we'll head home. So True's like, yeah, I'm game for that. So they had a good special on Whoppers with extra cheddar and bacon. I'm like, yeah, give me 2 of those. I'll take one home and put it in the refrigerator, and then the other one I'll eat. Well, I ended up eating both of them anyways. I was really hungry. I hadn't eaten. So good thing I ate anyway. So he ate his, and I get home here, and that was Tuesday afternoon, no, Monday afternoon with them. So then I came back here, spent, obviously Monday night, then into Tuesday. And that's when I started to feel sick. I'm like, what in the hell's the matter with me? I'm starting to get my stomach's like blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, onto the throne. We won't get into all those details, but let me say that that everything that was going in one was coming right out the other. And then about 4 in the morning, it smelled so chemically, like it was chemical. And I kept thinking that kid at the Burger King must have poisoned me, but it doesn't make sense. They weren't even 3 minutes making the burger and it was out at us. I mean, they didn't have the time to even spit on it, likely. I don't think they do that. So don't think I say that, because Burger King's my favorite place. So anyway, and I've never gotten sick from there before. Well, it turns out by accidentally taking those 2 back-to-back pills that I only take in the evenings before bed is what caused this whole mess. And that's why I got the chemical taste. That's why I was terribly, terribly sick. I slept all day yesterday. It was only late yesterday night, around 11 midnight, that I started to feel like I'm okay. So I had a potato with a little bit of butter on it, made sure I had lots of salt because I was dehydrated, obviously, because of my regular pills plus all that. That's bad for kidneys and stuff, right? So anyways, that's what happened here. I didn't near kill myself because I called the pharmacy. I'm like, Ahmed, man, like, holy shit. And he says, well, don't do that again. He says, how are you feeling today? I said, well, a lot better. I went and did groceries for my mom and stuff, and I've been drinking water. And he says, yeah, keep drinking water. I said, you'll never have to argue with me about that. 140-foot wheel on a spring. I'm going to miss this water when I leave here. So anyway, so I managed to ride through that, and I'm okay now. But let me tell you, it was not a pleasant little run there for about 24 hours. I thought it was a 24-hour flu. I checked with True. True was like, hey, you got upset stomach or anything going on? No, he says, nothing. And I'm like, well, what the hell? What could this be? And that's then, of course, we finally figured it out. And then pharmacy confirmed, because the chemical taste and the effects. So if you take too many clonidine in one sitting, that's like really bad, apparently. At least for what I went through, because I had stomach pains, and then, like I said, I spent a whole lot of time between the vomit bucket and the other thing, and that was not pleasant. Anyways, so we're all right. So I survived it. So the RV got bought. So we're not bringing it here quite yet. I gotta get a trip permit for it. I gotta call the insurance lady that deals with my trucks and stuff. Well, truck, and then the snow still got to melt at their place before I can pull it out of there. And then we're going to bring it over to Alex's. I got to get Alex's laneway plowed. Jordan Johnson's going to have to go do that, clean that up, and then I can back the RV into there, and then we can start doing our work on the RV that need to be done. So that's on the go. The other thing is I'm continuing to look at ATVs. Found 2 more that are interesting. They're not Yamaha. They're Can-Ams, but True thinks very highly of these particular 2 Can-Ams. So I made offers to both. One guy turned it down. I said, well, what would you take? Still haven't heard back from him. And the other guy, I made him an offer and saying I would come. Oh, no, I think I met his offer, but it's in Cornwall, so it's a nice bike though, and I'm just waiting to hear back from him as to when me and True can trip down there to go look at that bike. And if it's a little more than what I wanted to pay for it, but it's also in a lot better shape than I would expect a bike being sold at that price. And it's not a rip-off or anything, but True will make damn sure we won't be leaving there with the bike if it's not absolutely up to True standards. And let me tell you, he's picky, and that's a good thing. So, and he knows because I'll be riding beside him, and he doesn't want me dead either. So, he wants me to, I can be riding together. Anyway, little bit. So, yeah, it's a Can-Am. It's that one I think is the 650 Can-Am, and then the other one I was looking at is an 800cc Can-Am. So, just the Outlanders or whatever they're called. So, but the one that's in Cornwall is a really nice bike. So anyhow, so I don't know when we're going to go down to do that. Maybe if this guy says on the weekend, well, Saturday or Sunday. So I'll film at least part of it going there. And then me and True are going to do some dump runs. We got to get all this crap cleaned up out of here. I'm tired of looking at it. Got to get this place cleaned up. I've had enough now. So especially once summer or spring comes and everything's melted, and I can bring the big RV here. So, okay, that's about it. I'm just going to split some wood. I don't think I really need to show you guys that again, do I? I think we've done that a couple of times. So, side of my truck when I was getting this stuff out. It's going down to like only -3 or -4. So I'm just going to make a bunch of small pieces for small quick fires, get the metal hot and then let it burn down and then do it again and do it again. So I don't have to keep running. I was so sick, I didn't even run the fire. Like I literally was like, I can't get up. So the dial went up on the propane. Both electric went on. The propane went up to 72, like the central thing. And I said, that's it. Fuck the firewood. I'm not going to keep getting up, and doing that. My stomach, every time I moved, it was like boo, boo, boo. Like inside, it was terrible. Anyways. Whew. Other things are going on. I don't know if I should talk too much about it, but I got the Alzheimer's people coming again on the 25th from my mom. She's taken a turn for the worse. I don't think she's going to make it here much past. If she makes it to summer, I'm going to be surprised, meaning being able to stay here. So I've started to look at places now. So anyway, I don't really want to talk about that right now, but time's closing now on all this here. It's going to be closing. I got a plan though. This might just sever this off and keep it and let somebody else have the other 90 acres, whatever, sell it to them, the big house. I don't want to live in the big house ever. And too many ghosts, I've said it before. I was going to end this at 15 minutes. So what is that, 12 minutes? So I'm thinking about that. And then when I'm not here, this can be True's. And then I'm just going to leave it to True because True needs a place to stay. The place on Park Lake is fine, but there's a lot of problems staying there in the winter because it's very, very off-grid, very off the road. It's not like he's going to have plows and all this going on there. So he needs something. And True has done a lot for me. So, and I really give a shit about this kid. He's a good kid. So good adult, good guy. So, but, yeah, so I mean, at least if he's here and it's his, I can always come here, and as long as my mother is still up and kicking, when I come back from being on the road, I can park here, go see my mom, whatever, and then, we take it from there. So anyways, this is something I'm considering. I think it's a good idea for him as well. He needs something permanent. And, he'll still keep the off-grid place, but that'll be kind of like his little getaway on the lake kind of thing. And then he has here, and he'll be doing his construction business and all that other stuff. And as long as I'm around, he has always got work to do anyway. So I always find something to break for you, eh, True? Anyway, I'm sure right now if Dougie sees this, he'll be chuckling, and a few other people. Alex, certainly. And, Alex gets stuck with whatever True isn't fixing, Alex gets stuck with it. And they both put up with me. Anyway, they're two amazing guys. I'm sure glad to have met them, got to know them. And then along comes, Danny's the one that introduced me to Alex. So, but Danny, same deal. Just him, he's stuck in that Danny, the city shit, man. I get why you're there, but wow, it'd be better if you were out here hanging with us. Anyways, here's what it is for the moment. I'm sure that's bound to change. So, and actually, I won't have any excuse. I can go to your place and park that big RV right out in front of your place, Danny. Wouldn't that be something for your neighbors to have a look at? Woo-hoo. Anyway, all right, well, let's close this. It's 15 minutes. So today's just basically, that's it. That's what's going on. I'll update you guys when True and I go look for this next ATV that we're going to go looking at. Okay? So, like I always say, please like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel. We're growing. We're up to 522, I think, people hanging out. So that's always fun. And the hits have definitely gone up. Like I'm seeing, we're not talking major numbers here, but going from 50 people watching the video, now it's averaging about 180. High is 250. There's even a couple that are a couple thousand. So obviously, somebody likes this boring, stupid shit. See, I got to be like Taylor Parks. What are you guys watching this for, man? Go do something. Like, I don't know, go get laid. Girls, you go get laid. I doubt there's any girls watching this. I can't. Oh, no, that's not true. What am I saying? Diana. And then I haven't heard from her in ages, but my friend from Washington, D.C. that helped me with the raccoons. By the way, if you're still watching, 2 raccoons showed up here 2 nights ago. I shooed them away, but I'm not sure if that was part of our little brood, but it took them a little while for them to figure out I wanted them gone. So they weren't tame. They certainly weren't rabid. Slow because it's cold this time of year. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe. It's 15 minutes. What else? Okay, if you want to help support the channel, there's always links in the video and in the description. And I'll thank again those guys, the Bow Lake buddies, for buying me coffee. And I did buy coffee with it. I got Timothy's French roast, because I seem to really like that one lately. So thank you guys, Tyson in particular, and we'll be meeting soon, us. And Paul, I've been talking to Paul LeBrosse, but we'll get into that elsewise. Okay, so there's that. So be good to your fellow human, okay? I know there's lots of reasons not to these days, and Canadians out there, don't blame the average American. There's only, like Doug Ford said, there's only one man to blame for all this mess. And he's sitting in the White House. Not the idiots that were here. That idiot's gone. Now we got Carney. We'll see what he's going to be like. But there's that. But don't blame our fellow Americans. They're in the same boat as you and me. Not them. Not their fault. Nobody wants it down there. 61% of Americans, including MAGA people, do not want this tariff thing. Okay? So Dum-Dum's got it wrong. This time, anyways. So he gets a lot of things wrong, but this one is really wrong because his own people are saying no. So I want to make sure, like my fellow Canadians up here, don't hate on them. Yeah, they probably voted for him, but nobody ever said they wanted this done. This wasn't part of his campaign. He's doing something outside what they wanted. So again, it's not their fault. If they'd known that ahead of time, maybe they would have never voted. They would have voted to the other idiot who would have been just as bad anyways. So there we go. So please like, share, subscribe. Yeah, be good to fellow human. And what's the last one? Oh, peace, long life, and live long and prosper. Be good, everyone. Talk to you after. Yeah, I'm sitting down because I'm a hurting unit still. It's going to be a day or two, I think, before I'm back to my spry self. Spry as anybody can be at my age.